Good evening, everyone. Please, as I join in, please mute yourself.
Good evening.
Okay? So, I believe everyone can hear me. So, in today's class, we'll be talking about virtual environments. Okay, good. We'll be talking about virtual environments. And in our last class, we talked about exceptions. And like I said in our last class, when we hear of exceptions, we tend to think about how we can manage errors in our code. Okay, so now same thing with virtual environment. Similar thing, not actually same thing. Similar thing. Similar thing with similar thing with similar thing with virtual environments. When we hear of virtual environment, we tend to think about managing our packages, our dependencies, okay, of our project. That's basically what virtual environment is, okay. So we could say that it's a way or it's a method of managing our packages for different projects. Sorry for today's class. There's no much content, okay, because everything will be practical, okay. So I'll do the talking, and then we we take and then we take down whatsoever important information we need, okay. There's no much notes, okay, because everything will be done practically. So I would recommend, okay, that someone that is not on this call should actually watch this video, okay, so as to understand better. All right. So like I said, that virtual environments, it's simply a method of managing packages for our different projects, okay? And then we'll ask ourselves, why do we need a virtual environment, okay? So now, like I said already, it helps us to manage different packages for different projects, okay? So take for instance, okay, and in this our course, right, we'll be doing Django, right? So now let's say that someone that had Django, okay, so I believe you guys can see my screen. Okay, I believe you guys can see my screen.
We are seeing PowerPoint. So.
Just PowerPoint. Sorry. Okay, so okay, I believe you can see the Python IDE now. So let's say someone that was using Django, right? Django of version 1, right? And then this Django had some other dependencies that it uses, all right? Then later, these are softwares, all right? So over time, this software gets updated. So now currently we have, let's say we have a Django of version, let's say version 2, okay? So now in version 1 of Django, okay, when doing routing, okay, don't worry if you don't know what routing is. When we get to Django, you know what, you get to understand what routing is, all right? Just so that in Django version 1, in the earlier version of Django, okay, when doing routing, we make use of URL, right? And then the path itself, okay, and then the path itself. But over time, this package was updated, okay, and it no longer makes use of URL. It is now using path, okay. It's now using path. All right. So now, if these packages are not being install on different virtual environments, meaning different spaces. Okay, over time, when we start using the version 2, this version, okay, will conflict this other version, right? So that's basically what a virtual environment does. It helps to prevent this using that. It helps to prevent a newer version, okay, to conflict, to avoid conflicting the older versions. Okay, so let's say that you have a project here. Let's say we call this project, let's say project 1. Okay, we call this project 1, and then we call this other one in order for projects, in order for
Hello, Sam.
project.
Can I hear you well? You can't hear me well. Can you hear me now?
Hello, I believe you guys can hear
Hello?
me now.
Can hear
Can
you.
you?
Can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Don't worry if you don't know what Django is. I'm not using it as illustration, but Django is a framework for Python for writing web application. Okay, which we'll be doing. Okay, so don't worry about it for now. We'll explain what it is in future lessons. Okay, so I'm just using it to illustrate what a virtual environment basically do. Okay, I said that a virtual environment helps us to manage our different packages for a specific project. Okay, so I said that assuming someone had a project called project 1 that made use of Django version 1. Okay, and then later on, if the person built another project called project 2, by this time Django has upgraded to version 2, right? So now this project has at version 1 of Django. When routing, if you don't know what routing is, don't worry. In future classes, we'll talk about it. Okay, when routing in Django in version 1, we may use of URL. Okay, but over the years, Django upgraded and now changed from using URL to path. Okay, so if there was no virtual environment and both of them made use of this package called Django, okay, this project will conflict this project because this project uses dependency of Django version 1 that supported URL. Okay, and then this other one made use of this other version of Django that made use of path for routing. Okay, so with the help of virtual environment, these projects can be managed. Okay, without this conflicting this other project. Okay, so that's basically what virtual environment is a way of managing packages for different projects. Okay, so we can have as many virtual environments as we can, okay, as possible. Okay, so each project we want to create, we create a new virtual environment just in case any dependency there has been upgraded. Okay, so it doesn't affect other projects you have already worked on. Okay, it will be so annoying and very frustrating. Okay, so Python has this module called VENV that helps us to create virtual environments in order to manage packages. All right, so like I said in today's slide, there's no much notes. Okay, there's not much notes, just commands. All right, so it will be more of practical. Okay, so then at this point, if you've been using other yeah, I think someone here was using Anaconda. Okay, so Anaconda has a way of creating its own virtual environment. Okay, so but first of all, if you are using an Anaconda, okay, I would advise to check if you can access your Anaconda from your command prompt. Okay, now may open your command prompt and then you type in Conda. Okay, it should, and then click enter. Okay, it should bring a list of modules. Okay, for those that is using a Anaconda. Okay, but if it doesn't, okay, if this gives you an error, okay, this kind of error saying Conda not recognized, all right, what I would advise is, okay, I would advise you to actually install
Python directly to your desktop, okay, so that we can be on the same page, okay. I don't have to be explaining for Anaconda and as well be explaining for those that are not using Anaconda, okay. So I would recommend and plead, okay, please and please, I would advise you install Python to your machine, okay. I think if you watch our very first video, we talked about how that is done, okay. You just head over to the Python website and then you click and then you check where it says add Python to your path, okay, and then you install it. As simple as that, okay. So now when we installed Python, now we have to check if Python is installed, which I believe we all have Python installed already, okay. So if we click Python and then we click enter, it gives us this prompt here that we can use to execute Python code, okay. You can say print, and you can go in this prompt, you can say print hello, okay, and it works, okay. But today is not a Python kind of coding class, okay. It's more like a command, right? Commands, and because when working with virtual environment, in fact, from this class upward, we're working a lot with our command prompts, okay. So we have to get familiar with it, right? We have to get familiar with these basic commands, okay. So I'll just exit out of here, okay. That was just to check if we have Python installed on our machine, okay. And we have Python installed on our machine. I'll go ahead and clear my screen here, okay. So I've zoomed in this command prompt so that we can actually see it clearly, okay. So now, first thing we have on that slide is how to create a virtual environment, okay. So how do we actually create virtual environment? Okay, it's as simple as this. Just type in this command here, python-m venv. This is the module that came when we installed Python. This module came alongside with it, okay. So this module is what we use to create our virtual environment, all right. So once Python sees this command, python-m venv, then virtual, and then it expects a virtual environment name, okay. So we'll just run this command quickly in our command prompt, okay. So to create a virtual environment, we type in, we go to our command prompt. Let me close this and open it again. Let me close this and open it again. Okay. So I have command prompt pins here to my taskbar. If yours is not there, what you do is you click on your Windows key and then you type CMD. You see your command prompt and then you open it up. Okay. Then you open it up, and so I'll go ahead and zoom this for us to see well. Okay. So I think that's enough. Okay, so now to create a virtual environment that we use to manage our packages, we type in the command python-m venv. Okay, that the module there, right? That module, and then this module will expect the environment name. Okay, so this environment name is more like a variable name. Okay, how do you want to name your virtual environment? Okay, so I'll name my environment. Okay, but first of all, I don't want that to be created on that directory, so I'll move to my document. Okay, it's optional. You can create yours there. I don't want to create mine there, so I'll move into my documents directory by typing in the command cd documents. Okay, and currently I'm in my document directory. Then I type in the command python-m, okay, I think it's a mistake, okay, -m venv. Okay, and then the virtual environment name, I'll call this my project. Okay, my environment. Okay, my env. Okay, that should be okay with me. And then I click enter. Okay, at times this thing takes few seconds depending on your network speed to create this environment for us. Okay, this environment will comes with dependency that will help us to make use of this environment properly. All right, so just wait a few seconds while this is creating this environment for us. Okay, and okay, so that's the command we use in creating the virtual environment. Okay, python-m venv and v, all right, and then our environment name. All right, so that is done. Okay, that has created our environment for us. Okay, now if you do dir, okay, to check the directories in this current directory, right, we should have a my m, okay, here it is, all right. This is the environment, right? This is the virtual environment being created there, okay. That's the virtual environment being created there, and you can access this file manually if you go to our documents, and then that is that. This is this file, right? So when we created this environment came along all these files here, all right. So we don't have to edit anything in the folder because Python has arranged this folder in a way that it can be used, right? So we don't have to edit anything in the folder, all right? So we leave this folder as it is, all right? So if we go ahead and do a pip list, okay? If you go ahead and do a pip list, okay, I mean, if we do a pip list, okay, I think my space is getting full here. So that's our environment being installed, being created there for us. Okay, so now that this environment has been created for us, okay, this environment has now been created for us. Now, in order to actually use this environment, okay, so now let's say that we have a project that requires a Django package, okay. Now, once we install this package, in order to make use of this package in our project, right, we need a way of accessing this this package, okay. Then in order to access this package, our environment must be accessible. That meaning that our environment must be activated, like must switch it on, okay, in order for us to be able to access this file or these packages that will be installed in the virtual environment, okay. So to activate this environment that is being created here, we use the command, the environment name, okay, /script, and then activate.path, okay. So our environment name there was my env, okay, my env, okay. That was our environment name, and then / this other slash, okay, not this other one, this other one, the one, okay, the /, and then script, all right, script, and then we go ahead and we use activate.bat, okay, activate.bat, and we click here, and then if we notice, if you look at our these commands up here, from here and above, right, if you look at closely, we do not have this, right, we do not have this, but now we have this. That means that our environment, our newly created environment, is now activated, okay. So now when your environment is activated, you see it at the left hand side of your screen being within a bracket, okay. When you see it within a bracket, it means that environment is not activated, okay. So from here now we can actually see what dependencies, okay, what packages has came alongside this virtual environment that we created, okay. So in order to view or see the list of packages that has been that came alongside with this our virtual environment, we type the command pip list, okay. I typed it already up here, so we type it here again, okay, after activating the environment, okay. And if we click this, okay, now we can see, right, that this environment came with two packages, okay, the pip and then the setup tools, okay. So now we can actually, from here we can actually use these packages, right, we can actually use these packages, okay. So now and now we can now install these packages into this environment, okay. So let's say that we want to install Django, okay. Let's say our project required a PyTZ, okay, for us to work with. Okay, let's say that we have a project that requires time zone, okay, because PyTZ is actually Python time zone. Okay, that's a package that handles that. Okay, so let's say that we have a project that requires that package. Okay, so now we want to install that package. So now notice now that our environment is being on, right? It's been activated. Okay, so now if we install this package, these packages will be installed or will be added to this environment, meaning it is only accessible when this environment is on. Okay, and that's what we want. Okay, because we don't want this we don't want this newly installed packages, okay, to conflict with the system packages. Okay, so we want to install these new packages in a way that it's only virtual. Okay, it's only accessible when a particular environment is activated. Okay, so that's what you want to do now. Okay, so now to install a new package, we use the command pip, okay, install. Okay, pip install, and then the package name. Okay, so now the package we want to install is PyTZ, right? PyTZ, and then we click enter. All right, and then we click enter. Now, depending on your network, okay, depending on your network, this would take few seconds to install. Okay, so we just wait while this is trying to install. Okay, so now this has been installed, and I have a warning here that said I should upgrade my pip. Okay, so I don't wish to upgrade it. Okay, but if you want, if this is showing on your machine, okay, and you wish to upgrade it, fine, but I don't wish to upgrade mine. Okay, if I upgrade mine, then I have to upgrade the entire Python as well, but I don't want to do that. Okay, I'm fine with this version. I'm okay with it, so I'll use this. So now we've successfully installed a new package. So now if we run pip list again, pip list, okay, if you run pip list again and click enter, now we should have more packages in our environment. Okay, we should have more packages in our environment, right? So now previously this was the packages we have. Okay, we had the pip and have the setup tools, but now we have pip, PyTZ, and setup tools as well. Now we have pip, PyTZ, and setup tools. Okay, now that package has been installed successfully to our virtual environment. Okay. Okay, someone is having an error. Okay, what's the error?
So question.
Question. Okay, what's the question?
It's saying could not find. Hello, sir. I'm the one with the error. It's saying it could not find a version that satisfies the requirements PYTZ conversions, none. No machine distribution fund for PYTZ. What will I do?
Okay, try running pip list and see if that package is already installed. Pip list, okay. Try running.
My pip is just giving me pip and setup tools. My pip is 22.0.4.
Okay. Try installing another package. Install this package, requests. And let's see what you have.
Okay. Pip install request. Okay.
Yes, pip install requests. I think add S to that request and see if it will install. Okay. All right. So someone had a question. Someone else had a question. Okay. Go ahead and ask a question. I think someone wanted to ask a question. Go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, like now if you want to install application, you download it online and download the ES file and install. So what I want to ask now, is it the Python that we installed on the system that is enable us to be able to install this access these functionalities and all those stuff? Like, is it the Python that is? Yeah, is it the Python that we installed is enabling us to to make use of this command that we are making use of now? Like, normally if you want to install application, you have to download it now. You understand? So for us to be able to install application on the command prompt, you understand, what's triggering that particular functionality? That's like my question.
Sorry, I think I lost you. Okay, I couldn't really hear what you said. Sorry, please come again, please.
Can you hear me now?
Again, please.
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
My question is, normally, if you want to install application in a system,
okay.
you have to download it.
Okay.
Download the ES file and all that before you install. But now we are installing application through a command prompt. You understand? My question now is it the Python that we installed is giving us, is enabling us to be able to install these applications? You understand? Hello? Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah, I guess it's his own network. Okay, I guess it's his own network. Let's wait for him to come on.
Hello, can anybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you. I think it's his own
It's
network.
having network.
Nigeria, my country. It's a Nigerian country.
Is having network issue. I guess it's having network issue at his end there.
Hello.
Okay, hello. Your trainer is having a little network issues, but he'll be back shortly. Just hold on.
Thank you. Sorry guys, I'm having network issue. Having network issue. I'm having network issue. I believe you guys can hear me now.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. Please, the person that was asking that question, please ask a question again, please, before I had that network problem. That question, please bring it up again.
So what I was asking, like, if you want to make an installation, you have
Okay.
to download the package you want to
Okay.
install, ES
Okay.
file, and install.
Okay.
Like now, this particular installation that we are doing now on the command prompt
Okay.
is the Python that we install that is enable us to be able to run these processes,
Yes.
right, Abby? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Without the installation of that Python, we cannot be able to do it, right?
Yes, we cannot be able to, because in order to install any package, okay, we need this pip command, that pip, all right, and this pip only comes with Python installed. Okay, that pip is a default command that comes with Python. Okay, so without a Python installed on our system, okay, that will not work. This installation won't work. Okay, so now, okay, so I also know that these packages that we are installing, okay, are packages that are Python related. Okay, it helps us to build Python projects. Okay, it helps us to build Python projects. So it must be available on our system in order for it to be used in our projects. Okay, so if it's not here in our system, we can't use it in our project. Okay. All right. So the lady that had an installation problem.
So it's still saying error.
Is it showing error even with the request?
Yes, sir.
What is showing error? It's saying no requirements match or found. Is that what it's showing?
So what did you say, sir?
What's the error that's shown there?
Okay, could not find a version that satisfied the requirement request from versions none.
Could not find the version that satisfied the requirements request.
Yes.
Okay, have you trying to wrap my head why it's not installing? Okay, I'll find a solution for you. Okay, just give me 2 minutes. I'll find a solution.
All right, sir.
Okay, so we'll continue. Okay, we'll continue. I'll find a solution for that lady. Okay, I'll find a solution for that lady. Okay, so we finished installing a package. Okay, so I said that in order to install any package, okay, we use pip install. Okay, pip install, and then the package name. Okay, and then the package name. All right, and then the package name. So same thing happens if you want to uninstall. Okay, same command, but just change the install to uninstall. Okay, to uninstall. All right, so let's say we want to uninstall the package we just installed, the PyTZ. Okay, PyTZ, click uninstall PyTZ. Okay, and then we hit that command, and then it says found existing installation PyTZ uninstalling PyTZ. So it asks if we should go ahead and remove the PyTZ dependencies as well. So we go ahead and put on yes, and Python, and it will remove that package. Okay, so if we now do pip list, okay, pip list, now we have that package is gone. Okay, that package is gone, it's no longer there. Okay, so that's how we install packages and how to uninstall packages. Okay, so now okay, let's look at our slide and see what else is there on that slide. I'll go ahead and share my entire screen again. Okay, so I'll stick to, don't worry, I'll send a slide for you guys, and all the commands are there. Okay, all these commands are there.
Okay, so thank you, sir.
All these commands are there. Okay, but I will still recommend to watch the videos because it's just the commands that are here. Okay, just the commands that are here. So I'll just that the slide will remain here and we work from here. So we've installed a package, we view how to install. So now another thing is, so now let's assume that we are working with our project. Okay, so I want to turn up our virtual environment. So I'll go ahead and install one more thing. Okay, I want to illustrate something. Hit install. Okay, I install the Right easy again, right easy, or probably I'll install enter. Okay, and then I click install. Okay, so now after working with our virtual environment, okay, and then we want to turn it off. Okay, that's want to turn off our virtual environment. So I'll go ahead and run Pip List again to see if it's installed. Okay. Go ahead and run Pip List here to see. And okay, our PyTZ is now installed. So if I type in PyTZ and click enter, okay, it says okay, it was PyTZ not recognized. That's because PyTZ is not actually a command. Okay, that's because PyTZ is not actually a command. So okay, I'll install Django. Right, I'll install Django. One more thing, I'll install Django. One more thing. Sorry, Pip install, not Django. Pip install Django. Okay, Pip install Django. Okay, that will take few seconds to get installed. That will get few seconds to get installed. Okay. Okay. So now this package. Okay. At times when we install a package. Okay, that package gets to install other dependencies. That in order for that package to work, okay, it requires certain dependencies. Okay, so that package will go ahead and install other dependencies. So now if you look at this package, okay, I actually installed Django, okay, and it has actually finished downloading this Django. Okay, now it's downloading something else called TZ data. Okay, meaning that this other package, okay, is required for this package to work. Okay, so in order for us to use this Django, okay, this package will get installed as well, even if we not install it. Okay, it will automatically get installed. Okay, so while waiting for that to finish, okay, I said that once we are done with our virtual environment, okay, I want to turn it off. Okay, you want to turn it off, we use the command deactivate. Okay, deactivate this command here. Okay, let me see this command deactivate. Okay, this command, and it will deactivate our virtual environment. All right, that will deactivate our virtual environment. Okay, this is taking time to install. Okay, this installation is dependent on your network. Okay, having network issues on my own side, okay, on my own side of the core, that's why it's taking that time. So another thing we'll talk about is another thing we'll talk about there is we talked about view package. Okay, is this number 6, how to export packages how to install packages in a virtual environment. Okay, how to export packages in virtual environment. I don't know why this is taking time. Okay, I'll give you a few minutes and you'll be done.
Sir, I wanted to ask the question why we wait for it to install.
Okay, what's your question?
Is it basically for back end?
It's basically for writing web application. Okay, back end exactly. It meant for a writing server code, okay, using Python. Okay, there are other framework, okay, there are other framework. I think we have
Flask.
Flask. Okay, Flask is like the kind of like a junior version of Django. Okay, it's basically for beginners, like really beginners. Okay, but we'll start from Django because Django has this kind of a more professional way of writing this code. Okay, Flask, you just write this code anyhow you want it and to just work. Okay, so we're trying to be professionals here. Okay, so that's why we are going to be using Django, okay, and not Flask. Okay, but Flask is a little bit simpler. Okay, that doesn't mean that Django is complex. Okay, simpler in the sense that it's simpler than Django. Okay, other languages has their own framework. Okay, other languages has their own framework. Okay, so someone asks, what about Fast API? Okay, Fast API, okay, still use Django as well to write Fast API, RESTful API. Okay, use it to write APIs. Okay, I think I'll just stop this installation. We won't wait for it. So close my command prompt and I'll open it again. Okay, I put my command prompt and open it again. We won't wait for that installation. So I'll go ahead and zoom this out again.
So what of Kinta?
Tinker.
Tinker.
Okay, Tinker. Okay, Tinker is a Python. It's a Python package used in writing Python GUI. Okay, it's basically for those that are doing desktop development. Okay, using Python. They use Tinker. Okay, but I think Tinker and people don't use it again anymore like that frequent. Okay, so now I think it's now PyKitty. Okay, maybe you can go and research on it. Okay, it's PyKitty that is actually being used nowadays for desktop app, but Tinker is for app application as well, like desktop applications. Okay. Okay, it's not a web framework. Okay, so we'll start again. So first of all, I will go to my my documents. Okay, my documents, and then I'll do dir. We have our environment here. Okay, so I will activate the environment. Okay, I'll activate that environment. Okay, so I'll say my env. Okay, env, and then backslash. Okay, backslash script. Okay, and then backslash again, and then activate dot bat. Okay, and then our environment is back on there. Okay, so I can go ahead and do Pip List. Let me see if that actually installed. The Django actually installed. Having network is not helping. Okay, so not Pip List, sorry. Okay. That's the wrong command, but I'll explain what it does. Okay, Pip List. Okay, okay, we still have our dependencies installed. Okay, we still have our dependencies installed here. So I said that okay, assuming that we are done working with our project, okay, and then we want to turn off our virtual environment, we use the keyword deactivate. Okay, deactivate, please. And someone mic is on. You can go ahead and mute yourself, please. And when you click, you can enter and click on enter. Now we see that the environment is gone. Okay, this environment is off now. It has been deactivated. Okay, so now to turn it back on, we bring back our command environment script / activate.bat. Okay, so I didn't type this in. I didn't type this command in. I just hit my upper arrow key. Okay, and it will bring back the previous command that I've written. Okay, so you can do it for the down key and to bring back. And this command will keep changing. Okay, as far as you've written this command earlier before. Okay, so you can actually bring them back without actually typing them. Okay, so now to activate our environment back, it will be the environment name script and then activate.bat. Okay, this command, we'll use it literally all the time you want to turn on our virtual environment. So over time, we get used to this particular command, because this time you want to start our new project, you turn it on. Okay. So now we click on enter. Enter, and our environment is back on. Okay, so I said okay, and now let's assume that now you've created your project and you're done with it. Okay, now you want to send this project to someone else, or send it for someone for review. Okay, because you won't actually send these dependencies from a system to that project. Okay, that project works on your system because your system has a certain dependencies, okay, that help that project to function. Okay, now you've sent this project to someone, okay, else. You've sent it to someone else. Okay, now this person might not actually have this dependency or know the dependencies or the total dependencies. Okay, you've added or that your project is using. Okay, so in other words, the person need to know, okay, which dependencies are these products using. Okay, because we actually, it won't make sense. Okay, there's a way we can actually export these dependencies, okay, the dependencies that we have on our system, okay, so that to the person that we are sending our work to. Okay, then when the person gets the work, okay, now the person will open the project file, okay, and then within our project folder, okay, there is a particular file called requirements.txt file. It's a file that holds your project dependencies. Okay, it's a file that holds your project dependencies. Okay, so now the person has to open that file and then see all the necessary dependencies, okay, your project has in order for it to function. Okay, so I'll make an instance here. I'll make an instance here. So this is my document. Okay, I will go ahead. Let's say I have a new project. Okay, a new project. Let's say new project. Okay, new project. Okay, and within this project, okay, I have my files. Okay, I have my files. Let's say I have few Python files like index. Okay, I have dot. Okay, let's say views. Okay, let's say I have a views file, views.py. Okay, all right. Let's say I have that kind of files there. Okay, now within this project, okay, there's a particular file that will be called, which is by convention, like it must be there. Okay, if you're sending your project to someone else, this file must be there. This Python recognizes this file. Okay, so this file is known as requirements. You just have to add this file to your project folder. Okay, requirements.txt. Okay, .txt, and then you click enter. All right, now once the person gets this folder, okay, the person needs to open this file, okay, and then see all the requirements this project has. Okay, so now the person can now go ahead and install all these dependencies, okay, and then test run your project. Okay, because without these dependencies, your project will not work on the person's system. Okay, so now you come to your command prompt, right, and then now your environment is on. Okay, and meaning that your project is working based on the dependencies that's been installed within this environment, right? So now in order to know how many dependencies, because over the time when you're working with Django, okay, we install as many dependencies as possible. Okay, so at times you might lose track of how many dependencies you've installed so far, and at times some other dependencies have its own dependencies that it will install. Okay, like Django, that we have to install Django, and then Django will install other dependencies in order for it to work. Okay, so we might not know that dependencies. Okay, so in order to get the full dependencies, like all of them at once, okay, all of them at once, we run the command pip. We run the command pip freeze. You run the command pip freeze. Okay, and then we run the command pip phrase. Okay, so far we are it's only PyTZ. So far it's only pip PyTZ. Okay, that we've installed on our system. Okay, so let's say in a situation that we have as many dependencies as possible. Okay, so you can have like about 10 to 20 dependencies here. Okay, so now once we run this command pip phrase, okay, all that
Please let's mute our mic, please.
All right, sorry for that. Okay, so now once we install once we run this command pip phrase, okay, we will have all the dependencies. Okay, so at times we have about 20 to 30 dependencies, right? So now what we do is we go ahead and copy all the dependencies that's been displayed here as the output. Okay, now we copy them and then we go to our project file. Within the requirements.txt file must be requirements with s, okay, .txt. Okay, then we open up this file and then we paste all of them. Okay, then we will paste them here and then we save, and that is it. Okay, now, oh sorry, I've closed that file. So now once the person gets our project, okay, the person needs to go to our requirements.txt file, and then there will be a list of requirements here, a list of dependencies here, okay, that our project he's using. Okay, so now the person has to install each of them, okay, and then test run our project on his own system. Okay, and that will work very well. Okay, so now so that's how we can export our packages, okay, and then send it to another user on another system, okay, because since these dependencies, okay, is on our system, okay, is system dependent, right? So that person might not have these dependencies on his own system. Okay, so now once we send this folder, our project folder, this folder here, okay, the person will see this file called requirements.txt file, okay, and open it and then see all the dependencies our project is using. Okay, and then the person will go ahead and install those dependencies from this requirements.txt file. Okay, so now let's assume that the person that this person has gotten this file. Okay, that person has gotten this file, this project, okay, and has opened this file and has seen our dependencies. Okay, and now now the person wants to install these dependencies, right? Now the person wants to install these dependencies and work with it. Okay, so now let's uninstall let's uninstall this for now. Okay, let's uninstall the PyTZ, right? Sorry, it is pip uninstall. Remember, the pip command must be there. Uninstall, okay, pip uninstall PyTZ, Python time zone. Okay, we hit uninstall. Okay, there's error in my spelling. On install, okay, on install, and we execute that, and these dependencies will be gone. Okay, and we go ahead and accept that. Okay, so that dependency is now gone. So let's assume, okay, let's assume that that dependency is there, it's still there. Okay, let's assume that this is a new system. Okay, I'm the one that is getting this product, right? So now I've opened this product, right? I've opened this product here. I've opened this product. I've seen these dependencies, right? Now these dependencies is not on my system. Okay, how do I actually install these dependencies and work or test run your products? Okay, and see if it's functioning well. Now, in order to see that, I have to install these dependencies. All right, it makes sense if it's only one dependency that I say I could just copy this, okay, and then go to my command prompt and install it. All right, but but let's assume that these dependencies was about 50 of them. Okay, it won't make sense if I should just copy it one by one and start installing them one after the other. Okay, so what I would do is I will go to my command prompt. Okay, now I have to go to where that file is, right? I have to go to where that file is. Okay, so now that file is in my document. So if I do dir, okay, if I go ahead and do directory, okay, to say all the directories in this file, in this particular directory, in my document directory. Okay, now I can see that project here. Okay, so now I have to go into that project called new project. Okay, cd means change directory. Okay, so I can change my directory into that project now. Okay, so now currently I'm now in that folder, right? I'm within this folder now. Okay, I'm within the project. I'm within the project folder. Okay, I'm within the project folder. I'm within the project folder. So now I want to install all the dependencies in this file, right? In this file, let's assume that there was 50 of them. Okay, I want to install them, all of them. Okay, so now what I will do, okay, what I will do is I'll come to my command prompt, okay, and then type in the command pip, right? Pip install, okay, pip install -r. Okay, once Python sees this, right? Once Python sees -r, it's expecting a requirement.txt file. Okay, so I'll go ahead and type in.
Sir, let's say n after the install.
Oh, sorry. So it is pip install -r. Okay, so now once Python sees the -r, thank you for that correction. So now once Python sees the -r, okay, what is expected is a requirement. Okay, a requirement, all right, .txt. Okay, so now what this command does is it will install all the dependencies that's within this file. Okay, that can be found there, right? So now if I go ahead and click enter, okay, I'll go ahead and click enter here. Okay, could not open such file enough. Okay, so let's say I think I've made a mistake somewhere. Let's see what's going on here. It says that it could not open the requirements file. Say that there's no such file or directory requirements.txt. All right. So let's see what is going on here. Requirements.txt. All right. So let's actually copy this name. Let's see, rename and we copy it to avoid errors and see. So I'll go ahead and do it again. Pip install requirement. Sorry, I copied that name. So I'll just go ahead and paste it. Requirement.txt. And still say could not find a version that satisfies. Okay, I think it's the same problem. The same problem that one of us is having here. Say that you are attempting to install a package name requirement.txt which cannot exist. No machine is found for that. Okay, for some reason that is not working. Okay, so let's see.
Hello, sir.
Yes, question.
I'm saying, is it the name of the file the way it is in the requirement file? Because when we installed it, we typed pip install ptz. I mean, that was
yes, that's what we did. Okay, that was what we did. Okay, that was because we did that because we did that because we have a lot of requirements open here. Okay, so let me open this one more. We did that because we are trying to install a single dependency, which is this PyCrit. Okay, So I'm saying in a situation that we have a lot of dependencies, okay, we can actually install all of them at once, okay. We can actually install all of them at once.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. What I'm trying to like point out is actually open that requirement.txt file.
Okay.
You know, when we install that one, we type pytz, but now the name is pytz double equals to 2022.1. I don't know whether is
okay.
the reason why it's having that problem.
Okay, no, that's the problem. Okay, so now what the pip freeze does, okay, the pip freeze gives us the correct format of dependencies that we can add to our requirement file. Now, if you do pip list, okay, if you do pip list, right, this only lists out these dependencies, okay, all of them here, okay, and their version, right? So now, but we can't copy this to that file, okay? We can't copy this to this file, right? Okay. So now, pip freeze on the other hand does the same thing. It returns the same list, okay, but in a requirement.txt format, okay. So if you do pip freeze, okay, pip freeze, now it returns the same list. Currently, we haven't installed anything yet, okay. So what I was trying to do is trying to install something from here, this requirement.txt file, and having an error. Okay, so I'll go ahead and rename this and copy that again. And let's see. Let's see what we are having. So we say pip install, and then we go ahead and paste that. Pip install. Okay, forgot our -r. Okay, and then we click enter again. It says could not open the file. Okay, let's say dir. Let's see, that file is there, right? The file is there. But sorry. There's a mistake there. Okay, there's a mistake there. So the problem we are having here is where is it? Documents. Okay, so these are projects. Okay, so the problem we are having here is already this file is a .txt file. Okay, so I'm adding another .txt. Okay, so I'll just remove this .txt. Okay, and save that. Okay, that's the problem that we had. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do directory again, dir, and we have requirement.txt now. All right, so I'll just go ahead and bring back our command, and then we execute this, and then it installs. Now it installs that dependency that is in that file. Okay, so now this method is useful. Okay, when you send your project to someone, okay, and then the person has to install all the dependencies that your project is using. Okay, so now the person doesn't have to manually do this one by one. Okay, the person can just run the pip install -r, and then this will install every dependencies from this file. Okay, from this file. So even if this file was about 100 dependencies, it will just install all of them. It will install all of them at once. Someone has unmuted herself. Okay, so that's how you can install a package from a requirement.txt file. And then remember to export these dependencies to someone, you do pip freeze, remember? Not pip list, pip freeze, okay? Because pip freeze will give you in a requirement.txt format, okay? In a correct format, right? In this format, okay? In this format where you can actually copy it and go and install, okay? So let's assume I'll go ahead and install one more thing, pip install request, okay? Pip install request, okay? And request is installing. And then if you do pip list, okay? Pip lists. We go ahead and do pip list, okay? It gives us all. Now the request came with other dependencies. This one now you've seen this request went ahead and installed just set normalizer, okay, and certify, okay. these two dependencies. So meaning that in order for the request to work, these other dependencies here must be installed as well. So now it automatically install them as well. Okay. So now remember, each time we install a dependency, okay, we have to update our requirements.txt file so that when sending in this product to someone else, okay, the person doesn't have to get an error, okay, while running our product, okay. So we copy this, okay. So we can't copy this particular version because this is a list version, okay. So we do the pip freeze, okay, and the pip freeze will give us in a nice version, okay, and then we copy it and we go to our requirements the testing file and then we update it and we paste. Okay. All right. So now,
question, sir.
Question.
If we uninstall that request, other dependencies that the request installed, it will uninstall, right?
Okay. Let's try and see. Let's try and see. So we'll uninstall requests. All right. Pip uninstall request. And it says I made a mistake again in my spelling. Uninstall, we end there, okay, uninstall and then enter. And then we confirm that yes, we want this to be uninstalled. All right, so go ahead and do pip freeze again. Okay, I think okay, those dependencies are still there. Okay, so we can actually we can manually uninstall them, okay, or we can just leave them there. Okay, so now if we install back the request, it won't install that dependencies again because that dependencies we already have it. Okay, we already have it there. So now if you notice here, it says collecting request and then it says requirement already satisfied. Okay, these are these requirements here that did not uninstall as well. Okay, this requirement is already satisfied, already satisfied. So now know that any requirement we try to install, okay, if that requirement is there already, it will say it will tell us that requirement is already satisfied. So now if we try to install it again, like okay, we have that requirement all already satisfied. Okay, so now those dependencies that each dependencies installed, that's like a tautology. Okay, so that a dependency that is being installed automatically by another dependency doesn't get uninstalled if we install the actual dependency itself. Okay, so I believe that's that. So I believe there's no question so far. All right, so we've talked about all this. Okay, now we have to talk about how to delete a virtual environment. Okay, how do we actually delete a virtual environment? It's as easy as ABC. Okay, now to delete a virtual environment, we simply go to the virtual environment whereby it is and we delete it. Okay, and this is it. Okay, that's the virtual environment. So we just go ahead and delete that. Okay, just go ahead and delete that folder. Okay, you can just go ahead and delete that folder. So I'll open this. So now I'll just go ahead and delete this from my command prompt. Okay, I'll go ahead and delete this from my command prompt. All right, but you can actually first of all I will deactivate it. Okay, I will deactivate it. Deactivate. Okay, and we have deactivated it. Okay, so now this folder is not in this directory. Okay, so if I do dir, okay, that's directory. Okay, you see that folder is not here. Okay, it's not here, right? So we can go back to our previous directory. All right, we're doing cd and dot. Okay, this will take us back to our previous directory. So I click enter. Okay, and now I'm one step back. All right, from new project directory back to document directory. There it is. Okay, so now if I do the dir again, okay, we have our environment here. my env, okay, my env. Now I'll just delete that from here, okay, or if you don't to do that, you can just come here and right click and then you delete, okay, and then you delete. But I'll do mine from the command prompt for someone that wants to do it from the command prompt, okay. So now command for deleting a folder, okay, a directory is rm, meaning remove directory. RMDIR, remove directory, and then we give it that directory name. We want to remove my env, okay. Want to delete that virtual environment, okay. Want to delete that particular virtual environment. So and then our /s, right? That /s means delete that folder, even if that folder is an empty folder, okay. Go ahead and delete it. That's what that /s means, okay. So I just go ahead and enter and then ask if I'm sure, and then I'll set my prompt that I am sure, and that directory is gone. So if I do dir again, my environment is gone. So if I come here, you can see it's no longer here. My environment is gone. So if I try doing something like if I try activating it again, okay, like my env, okay, my env / remember script, okay, / and then activate .bat, okay. We have an error saying that system path is not specified, that cannot be found, okay. That is not specified, okay. So that's how we create a virtual environment, okay. Go on. Yeah.
You should go one step back to your previous directories, cd,
okay, and then space dot, just 2 dots. So now I'm currently in my documents. To go back to HP, that directory there, I'll just do cd and then dot, okay.
Please, before you go,
okay,
the activate is not correct.
Your what?
Script / activate is not, the activate is not correct.
Here, Bam?
Yes.
Yes, that's because we've deleted this environment. So this virtual environment does not exist anymore, okay? Does not exist anymore, okay? So
no, sir,
okay.
In the activate, the I is missing.
They activate.
Yes, sir.
Where? Okay, here. Okay.
That's what I was asking.
Okay. Activate. Let's see. Activate. You're thinking about the same thing. It's thinking about the same thing. Okay. It's still the same thing because this environment is no longer there. Okay, it's gone. It's now gone. Okay. So the way I prefer, okay, doing my own virtual environment. I like naming my own environment. Please mute yourself. So people can hear me. Okay. So all right, the way I like doing mine, okay, I like calling my own environment the same name, okay, VENV, okay. I like calling mine that, okay. So now what I do is that I create this environment inside my working directory, okay. So what I mean is, let's assume that this is my project, right? This is my project, okay. Now I'm working in this project here, right? So now I will want to create this environment inside this project, okay. I want to create this environment inside here, okay. So that each project I have, okay, I have a special environment inside of it, okay, that holds that project dependency, okay. So I won't just create this environment at any random place, okay. I will just come here, okay. What I'll do is I'll go to my project path, okay. That's cd. All right, let me see what we named that. We named it my new project, okay. So what I'll do is I'll cd into that new project, okay. Change directory into new project, okay. New project, and then within this project now I'll now go ahead and create my virtual environment within this project. And now remember the command python -m, okay, venv, and then I'll go ahead and call this project the same name as that, venv, okay, venv. but you can go ahead and call yours anything, okay? Any name you want to call it, okay? You can go ahead. It doesn't really matter, okay? It doesn't. So this will take a few seconds as usual to create this environment and then give us the dependencies that in order to work with this environment. So with that being created, okay, I can now within this working folder, okay, I can activate that environment now. Say benv, okay, script, okay, and then activate and then dot path, okay, and that, all right. So my own environment is now active, okay. So I can now go ahead and see what this environment came with using Pip List and came with that. This will always come by default. These two packages will always come by default. So this package, you can't be like, if you go ahead and do Pip freeze, okay, this package won't come out like, you won't see it as a dependency, okay. See it as a package that helps you to use this environment, okay. It's not a dependency. So if I go ahead and do pip install, okay, do pip install PyTZ, okay, PyTZ. All right. Now PyTZ is now a dependency, all right, while the other ones are like packages, okay. That means that those ones are not necessary to be in our requirement file, okay. So even if you do pip freeze, we only have PyTZ, okay, PyTZ. The pip and the setup tool and the setup tools won't come up, okay. So this is the only dependency we have currently in this environment, okay. So now I'll go ahead and deactivate my own environment, okay. Deactivate this environment, all right. So now that environment is gone now, right? Okay. So now if I do pip freeze when the environment is off, right? When it's been deactivated, so a pip list, right? There are other dependencies that are here already, okay? These other dependencies. Now you see these dependencies are another system-based dependencies, okay? That they are like, or you can say global and dependencies, mean that any product within this system can make use of these dependencies without us necessarily turning on our environment, okay. So now at times our products, okay, may require some dependencies from here, okay, and then at the same time require some dependencies that we have to install to our environment alone, okay. So how do we do that? How do we manage these two dependencies, the global dependencies and the project-based dependencies, eh? How do we manage them, okay? So now what we can do is that we can actually create a dependency, or we can actually create a new virtual environment, okay? A new virtual environment that gets both the system-based dependency, that is the request and all these dependencies, and then we can go ahead and add our own new dependencies, okay? So let me illustrate that. I'll delete this environment, okay? So this time around, I'll delete directly from here, okay? So I'll just do shift delete, and I'll delete that folder permanently, okay? That folder is gone.
Okay. So
okay, yeah. Question?
My command prompt, when I try to create environment,
okay,
after typing Python -m space vnv, then space the variable environment name is,
okay,
it will just be blinking at the this next line, just be blinking, to not create anything.
Okay, that's okay. Like I said, that would depend on your network speed, okay? Make sure that it is written in this format, okay? Please mute yourself so people can hear me, please.
I wanted to see if I can show you the thing.
Okay. I don't think I can see that. I don't think I can.
Now.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can see that.
Just be blinking.
Okay, if I can see that clearly, I think your Python is joining with the. I think your Python is joining with the -r. Okay, give it a space -r. So what you do is close the command prompt and open it again, and try doing it again. Please mute yourself. Mute yourself. Mute yourself. Let me. You can. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. So what you do is go ahead. I think you joined this. I think this was joined. What it was, if I can see that clearly. Okay. If I can see that clearly, what I'm seeing there is this Python -m. Okay. This thing shouldn't be joined. Okay. It should space them. It should be -m. Okay. And then space again. Then the VENV. Okay. And then space again your environment name. Okay. So what you do now, if it's still blinking, you can go ahead and close the command prompt, open it again, and try doing it again. It will work.
Please, no, I gave that space.
Okay,
I gave that space.
Okay, you kept the space. Okay, I think it's when it's either network problem, because to create an environment requires a network. Okay, meet yourself. Okay, so what you do is, and you can close your command prompt and try doing it again. Like open it and then try that command again. It should work this time around. Okay, it should work this time around. Okay, so all right, so like I said, assuming that we have a product, okay, a product that makes use of request, okay, but really this request is in our system, is a system based, more like a global dependency, okay, and then there's no point of us installing request again in our environment, okay, because it's already there, it's already here, okay. So how do we create an environment that inherits all these dependencies, okay? And then we can now add our own dependencies to them, okay? Because assuming that I want to install Django, okay, I won't install Django as a global dependency, because Django is being upgraded time to time, okay? So I want that Django to be custom, like to be specific to a particular project, okay? So let's say within our Django, I need a request a request dependency, okay? How do I inherit all these dependency and as well install my own dependency, okay, that make use of this other dependency as well, okay? So now what I'll do is, okay, I detect my environment, okay, so I'll create a new one, okay? So now this new one that I'm going to create will actually inherit, or should I say collect all these dependencies from here, and then you can now add ours as well, okay? You can now add ours as well. So now what we do is same way of creating a new environment, okay? So what we will do is we do Python -m, okay? And then our environment module, okay, VENV, and then our environment name, which I like calling the same thing, VENV, okay? And then what we add --system, okay? System -site, okay, -packages, -packages, right? -packages, right? Now, this other one that we added here means that we should create this environment and then install the system site packages alongside this environment, okay? So now if you go ahead and execute this, okay, go ahead and execute this. Okay, well, this will take few minutes to create that for us, okay? Just wait for that to work for us, okay? Now, that has been created, okay? Now I can go ahead and activate my environment using the command VENV, okay, /script, okay, /activate.bat, okay, remember .bat, and then okay, now within this, if I say pip freeze, okay, pip freeze, all right, pip freeze, and now we have these dependencies already installed, these dependencies here from the global dependencies, right? Now you have these dependencies here being installed. Now within this within our environments being on, we can add our own dependencies that we need along with these ones now. Okay, so now assuming that we need the dot the pytz, okay, pip install pytz, okay, Python time zone, okay, and then I hit install. Okay, now this package is not installed. Now if I do pip freeze, okay, if I do pip freeze, okay, if I do pip freeze, and then now we have pytz being installed alongside the request from the global dependency. Okay, so now if I deactivate this, okay, and then perform a pip freeze, now we should see that the newly installed dependency will not be installed on the system base. Okay, does not affect these other ones. Okay, so a pip freeze not installed, pip freeze, right, with our environment being turned on, turned off, sorry. Okay, so if I do this now, we see that the pytz, right, is not among these. Okay, that means that pytz is only accessible within our environment, and that is good. Okay, that is good, meaning that we can inherit this global dependency. Okay, and as well add us okay, to that dependency. Okay, make use of it. So I'll activate my environment again. venv, okay, /script /activate dot bat, okay, okay, and okay, now I can perform my pip freeze here, and now I can see that my pip freeze, and now I can see that my pytz is now accessible within this environment. Okay, so now what I can do is I can actually, okay, assuming I have a lot of dependencies here, right? Now I want to check the one, or to see the one that's local, that is the one that is only accessible within this environment. Okay, what I can do is pip, okay, list. Okay, remember pip list will actually list all of them for us. Okay, all the dependencies. Now what I can add there is pip list -- local. Okay, this will only give us the dependency that we installed within this environment, excluding the global dependencies. Okay, so if I click this enter, now we have just pytz, okay, just pytz as the one we installed. Now the rest are the ones that we collected from the global dependencies. Okay, so now that's how you can actually create a dependency that collects a global that's how you can create a virtual environment that comes alongside with the global dependencies, and then within this environment you can now add our own necessary dependencies alongside it, and then we can see them by running this command pip list -- global to see the word that is only that is local to our environment, and then we can run the pip list, okay, to view all the dependencies within our virtual environment. Okay, so we're working, I think from our next classes, we're working a lot with our command prompt. Okay, so when I started programming, okay, I was scared of the command prompt. Okay, so I would recommend that we should play along with it. Okay, we have to play along with it and get used to seeing this colors of stuff and writing this. Okay, and just know that each time we make a mistake, okay, the command prompt will throw it back us to us and throw it back to us. If you do a spelling mistake or stuff like that, okay, it will throw it back to us. Okay, so we can just fix that and then run it again. Let's say we do something like pip install, okay, and then in this install we make a mistake and did not put the L there, okay, and then we just say let's go ahead and install s. Okay, let's say something like pytz again. Let's say pytz again, okay, pytz, all right, and then just know that this command is wrong, okay, and then it tries to gives us a possible way of fixing it. Okay, so we just get used to the command prompt and practice these commands, okay, because these commands we will use them, I think from next classes we use them a lot. Okay,
the S is missing in install.
yes, I did that intentionally. I was trying to say that we should get used to the command prompt, okay, that even if we make a mistake, okay, the command prompt will prompt us, okay, and then try to see how it can help us to fix that error, okay, and I can see it says that unknown command in install, okay, and then ask us if we meant install, right? So now we can now actually correct that now, okay, and then execute the command again, okay, and then we have requirement already satisfied. That's because that dependency is already installed within that environment, okay. So that is that about virtual environment, and we'll be doing more of it, okay. We'll be doing more of it from next classes, okay.
This my own is still blinking.
It's still blinking. Okay, what you should do is try running Python to see if it's installed. I'll deactivate mine at the moment. Try running Python, okay, to see if you have this, okay. If you have this, then I don't know, then try rebooting the system. Maybe, okay, I think that will help. Okay, so if you run Python and you have this, then it's either from network or try rebooting the system.
I saw it. I've done that particular one, and it shows.
Okay, okay, then probably try rebooting the system. Okay, then if you have an environment already, try deleting it and then doing a new one. Okay.
I don't have any environment. Create new one.
Okay, if you don't have, okay, all right, just try rebooting your system, and maybe it will work. Okay. Maybe, yeah, and it should work. It should work, and then cross-check the commands very well. Okay, just cross-check those commands very well and be sure that it is actually the correct one. You know, even if it's missing in that command might perform that kind of problem. Okay, so try rebooting the system. Okay, and then run these commands again. And I believe. Sorry, I can't hear. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Okay, what I was expecting is for it to show me maybe a message that the thing I've created. So I don't know that all the things I've been creating. So it doesn't show a message.
No, it doesn't show a message. No, when you create an environment, it doesn't show a message.
That's done. All the one I've created, I haven't seen all of them. There's another thing. There's another thing I noticed. Okay. I typed Python -m venv new space and project. You now created two environments for me. Created environment different folder for new and different folder for project.
Okay, so that means that you can actually create more than one environment with one command. So just space each environment name, okay, and to create all of them using one command.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't actually know that. Okay. That's good. That's good.
Thank you. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
So I'll exit out of here. Okay, so any other question? So I think all these commands that we've run so far, it's in this slide, okay? But it's in this slide. All the commands we've used so far, it's in this slide. So I'll just send a slide to you guys and okay. Okay, so this is the last one we just did. To create a virtual environment with access to the system packages. Okay, we just did this, and then we did this to list the ones that are local to our environment. Okay. Any other question? All right, so the lady that is having problem. Okay.
Just a suggestion, so I think you can just use the remaining time to maybe attend to maybe if there's anyone that is having difficulties.
Oh. Okay. Hello. Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. So apart from this other class, okay, is there anyone that has difficulties? Okay, I thought that this class I could run it up in an hour time, okay, but then my network took my time, okay. I had the intentions of solving, I think, most of our attacks, okay, and then we see, okay, for those of us that needed that correction, okay, and but
and that suggestion again, I noticed something. When
okay.
The latest version of Python in my system,
Okay.
then and I put the command prompt and type Python, the system for the people using Windows 10, Windows, the system automatically prompts me to Windows Store to download that like I've forgotten what he called it. Say I should download Python Foundation on
Foundation on Microsoft Store.
Yeah, on Microsoft this thing. So when I now installed that, it shows me the Python Foundation. It I should need to install. When I installed that particular version that I installed in my system, so I now went back and typed Python. It now told me the Python started running correctly. So I think anybody that's having issue on that should also maybe go to the Play Store, search Python Foundation, and install the particular version he or she is using for the Python. So to know if you can also save your.
Okay. Okay. Can you leave that way? Okay, so that the lady that had that problem can probably try it. Okay, so I advise drop that suggestion. I don't know. You guys just just send the suggestion to her. Okay, but I'll find a way and find out why hers is doing that. Okay, so I'll advise us to, if ours is not working, I'll advise us to either install new Python on our system and just install it directly to your prompt. Okay, for those that are using Anaconda, okay, I will advise you to actually install the Python itself and then add it to parts, okay, so that we can be on the same page. Okay, so that I don't have to explain for those that are using the Python from the Python from part, and then those that are using Python from Anaconda. Okay, so I will advise you, let all of us be on the same page. Okay, so that it makes the work easier for all of us. Okay, then please please drop that suggestion on this comment. Okay, on this comment box. Okay, and let me really see it again. Okay, so someone said that I should go ahead and do the correction of the tax. Okay, but we all passed now. We all passed now. So if we pass, it means that we passed now, that we did it well. We don't need correction again now. Okay. Yes, sir.
The most important thing is not like writing a that we wrong. You understand?
Okay.
Right. Actually, do the tax it was addressed to do.
Okay.
In a way, it was. So I believe.
Okay. All right. What we will do is because of time, we have like 10 minutes left. Okay, and I should be running up the class. Okay. Because of time, let's say in our next class. Okay. I don't know. I keep postponing this thing, but it's not my fault. Okay. Each time I start the class will just take up all the time. Okay. So in the next class, I promise you guys, I'll find a way and squeeze it and put in at least, let's say we solve 2 tasks, okay, the task 1 and the task 2, okay, in the next class, okay, please. All right, so we'll solve that in the next class. No, I can't start solving that task now because we have 10 minutes left, so I have to actually go ahead and explain each of those steps, okay, and write it in a way that we have to write those codes in a way that we have to comment on it, okay, the commenting aspect of it, and then the user friendliness of it, okay, and then solving the actual problem, okay, solving the actual problem, okay, and then structuring, okay, I have to actually write those code in to refer this form these four things. Okay, so the time we have 9 now won't let us do it any of this. Okay, so I promise you guys in our next class we will solve tax 1 and tax 2. Okay, if not all, at least tax 1 and tax 2. Okay, so I think in our next class we'll move into the fun part of the whole stuff of this whole Python beginner's track. Okay, so we'll move into writing back-end code. Okay, move into writing back-end code, and then we create some web applications, and it'll be fun. Okay, so that's for today's class. Please, I don't know that the lady that has that problem. I don't know how I can help you, but because I have to actually find out why yours is behaving like that. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, what I was saying is, okay, you can message me on Slack, okay, and send me a screenshot of your command prompt. Okay, send me a screenshot of that command prompt and send me a screenshot of the command prompt. Okay. All right, so I think that suggestion has been dropped in the comment section. So you can try this, try this as well. Okay, try it and see if it works. Okay, for you. If it doesn't work, okay, send me a screenshot of your command prompt on Slack, and I'll find a way of helping you. Okay, so I believe we will not meet again till next week. Okay, so if anyone has problem within the weekend, okay. All right, just tag me in a post in Slack, and I'll come and help you under that post. I'll comment under the post. So any problem, just bring out a problem and then tag me out, and I'll see how I can bring solutions to our problems. Okay, like to our Python problems. Okay, solutions to our Python problems. Okay, okay. So that for today's class, right? Good night. Oh.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir.
Nice, sir.
So let me ask. There's another. What is Anaconda?
I think it's gone already. Have you?
Oh, it's gone already.
Okay, Anaconda is like an IDE for creating Python application. The same way we have PyCharm, the same way we have other IDEs. You understand? So that's what Anaconda is. So it's an IDE for creating.
Is it different from what you want us to install now?
No, Anaconda is just a compiler, just like every other compiler that we use.
Created development environment for we have Visual Studio and other. So you were just trying to advise people that are using Anaconda, people that downloaded Anaconda as their own IDE that did not download Python itself. They should try and download Python, because it's not going to work. It's not going to be compatible with command prompts. Anaconda is not compatible with command prompt. They should download the Python software itself. You understand? So that's what I also do as well. So you understand now? Hello, brother. You understand?
I think he has gotten it.
Class don't finish now.
When I get that,